what's going on, everybody? This is Pastor Shay, aka Chaplain G, coming back at y'all with another word of encouragement for today. Yo, I hope y'all doing good, man. It's a good day. Hope God has been blessing you, and hopefully y'all didn't blow off a hand or anything yesterday with the 4th. Yo, we lit some fireworks, man, and thankfully everybody's still okay. we went a little overboard this year. Anyway, memories for the kids, right? But yo, check this out. I was spending some time with God today, and just been like, my thought has been, I want to make sure that I'm representing God, regardless of what I do, whether it's interacting with people or whether I'm going to talk to leaders or people that are lower ranked than me or people in the outside community. I just want to make sure I'm representing God well, right? And I thought about this story about this prophet in the Old Testament. His name was Elijah. Maybe you guys have heard that story, heard of that name before. And the story that I'm thinking of, Elijah was faced with this challenge, right? He had all these prophets from another religion that were in the king's ear, like, hey, you should get the people to worship the God we represent. Turn the people away from the God of their forefathers and do this and worship this God instead, right? And honestly, like we look at Old Testament stories like this and we're like, man, they're all their false gods and all kind of other stuff. And we honestly think we're more sophisticated than the people of old. And as I'm looking at this, as I'm looking at the scriptures, as I'm looking at people that were during that time, I think they were the same as us. Yeah, they didn't have the same technology we do, but I think they had an advantage that they understood the world better than we do. And I think they were more in tune with it. And so we're no better off than these people. And especially as it comes to worshiping idols. Like we think that just because we're becoming less of a religious nation, that we don't have the same heart problems. We got the same exact heart problems. They just understood what their heart problems were. And so the people back then, God had put them in the land. He said, yo, y'all just worship me, man. I'm telling y'all, don't go after these other gods. And the people were like, yeah, we got you. Talking to God, yeah, we got you. And turn around and they fall short and they start worshiping all these false gods. And God takes them through this series of stuff, like through the book of Judges. He'll rescue them, and the people are like, thank you so much. And they'll go back to worshiping false gods, and they cry out for God's help, and he rescues them. They go back to worshiping false gods, and it happens over and over and over. And God's like, all right, I'm done with that. Y'all obviously can't do that. I'm going to give y'all some kings. And the people were like, yeah, give us a king. The kings are corrupt, and the kings end up leading their people astray. And they're not, like, the human heart is an idol factory. There's an old school theologian that said that one time. The human heart is just pumping out idols like it's a factory. And that's what was happening in this story with the prophet Elijah. He goes up and tells the people, like, yo, my God is better. Our God is better than that God. Why are y'all pursuing all that stupid stuff? Come back to God. And so he challenges the prophets. This other god that they were worshiping was named Baal. And he calls these prophets of this other religion around him. He was like, all right, we're gonna put our gods to the test. Let's see what our gods can do. And they do this test, and they say, drench this altar with all kind of water, like put an offering up on the altar and drench it with water. Actually, he didn't say that. He said, put the offering up on the altar and you pray to your gods and see if a fire comes down from heaven and consumes the offering. And so the people, the prophets from this other religion, man, they're praying super hard, and they're like, Baal, please come down and take up this offering. And Elijah starts clowning them. And he's like, yo, maybe they're on the toilet. Maybe you need to talk a little bit louder. Like, he's clowning these people. And then he says something, which is where I found encouragement in this text today. He said something that I want to share with y'all. Check this out. If you want to read the full story, it's in 1 Kings chapter 18. But I'm going to take us to, it's verse 37. All right. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 37. He says, answer me, O Lord, answer me, that this people may know that you, O Lord, are God, and that you have turned their hearts back. He says, answer me, God, that these people may know that you are the true God. There's a lot of times we operate in this life, right? And we ask for God's help, and it's for our own benefit. Like, we do all this moving and shaking, and we're like, man, God, help me get this job. Help me get this answer to this question. Help me find out who to marry. Like, we interact with God in a way that's like, it's very self-driven. And quite honestly, one of the worst idols that the human being has is himself. We are self-worshipers. And so Elijah didn't pray and say, God, help me embarrass these clowns. Like, he didn't say that. He was in the mood to, because he was clowning these people. But he didn't say that. He didn't say, God, help me embarrass these jokers, right? He didn't say, God, help me get some status so that the people can know me. That way they can know you. He doesn't do that. He says, answer me, God, so that everybody here can know that you are the one and only true God. And even Jesus says something similar, man, as he's giving his high priestly prayer. He says, God, I'm praying to you that they can know who you are. And he was not trying to receive glory for himself, even though he deserved it. He wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to honor the Father, right? Same here. Elijah's like, whether you answer me or not, I just want you to be known. I just want the people to know you so they can turn their hearts back to you. And man, if that was the substance of our prayers on a daily basis, God, just answer me so that people can know who you are. I trust you to do the rest. Like, I don't need status. I don't need people to pay attention to me. I don't need my name to be remembered. I don't need to hurt people. I don't need to bring people low. I just need to let people know that you are God. Man, if the substance of our prayers contain that, I think we will start to see God move in a crazy, powerful way, man. Like, quite honestly, we are overdue for another great revival in this country. We're overdue for one. And the way things are headed, the trajectory we're on with a lot of these social issues that we're going through, we need it. We need God to revive our country, man, because we're heading in a bad direction. But it's going to take prayers like this. It's going to take prayers that say, God, even if you don't save our country, we just want you to know, we just want people to know that you are God. If America falls tomorrow, we want people to know you're God. If you make America the greatest place on earth where people from all over the world want to come here and thrive, make a living for themselves, have freedom to worship the way they want to, have freedom to carry a weapon the way they want to. If God made it, they don't have to fear of people knocking on their doors just because they want to worship a certain way. They can send their kids to school and don't have to worry about them getting raped on the way to school. Great. I don't want to get in trouble. If God makes it a country like that, where everything's gravy, right? We still want people to know that you're God. Regardless of what happens, we just want you to be famous. That's what this kind of prayer is. That's the kind of prayer we need, man. That's the kind of prayer I'm praying today. So if y'all would like to join me, y'all hit me up. Let me know that y'all praying with me. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments. Hit your boy with a subscribe. And regardless of what happens, man, like, even if y'all don't subscribe, even if y'all don't like these videos, man, I'm gonna still glorify God, period. And so however you move today, and however you move for the rest of your week, make your prayers about making God famous. And let's see what happens. But I love y'all. Hope y'all doing good. Hit me up with the email if y'all need me. But until next time, grace and peace.